Institution. Behind me, they call that the castle. That's the Smithsonian Institution Administration Building. It looks like a castle. Maybe you could see it, maybe you can't. But actually in front, let me flip this around and I'll show you what else they have here. There's a carousel. I don't know why it's not running today. It's beautiful. And there's a lot of tourists here, but who knows? I guess it's budget cuts or they gave away too much money already today or this year. They have nothing left over. But it's unusual weather actually, even for us here in Washington DC. I think it's in the 60s or so. So that's pretty good. But I want to warn you that we only have a couple more days till we close our November 4th grant. So if you're a member of Let's Go Help, remember to check out your membership, because you have to be an active member. So if your credit card it went bad or something like that, check your membership at letsgohelpmember.com. letsgohelpmember.com to make sure it's there, because before we give out money, we gotta make sure you're paid, because the people who pay all the time will not think it's fair, I'm sure. So it's really, our grant is for paid members, and that's what we give, because the profits, this is our profits that we give back to people, and we do it in these grants. So all you have to do is fill out a form and tell us what you would do with $1,000. That's it. And that's all you need, in your email address, so we can contact you. And by the way, we have winners from the last few months that haven't picked up their money yet. Man, so if you applied to one of our grants, our monthly grants, because we're giving out, the deadline is the 4th of every month. So we'll have another one for December 4th. That'll be our Christmas one, right? And so we always have a grant every month, as long as we're making money. When we stop making money, then we'll probably just do the research for you and won't be able to do the grants. And we don't have control over all that. We try to, but life is not fair, is it? So you got to roll with the punches. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't. But I just got some wonderful emails today, or actually, they're really discussions that people see on Let's Go Help. What you do is start a new discussion on either the platforms we have. We have one on Facebook, and that's a Facebook group, and that's the main one. That's what we started with. But we have another one called Let's Go Help 2, and if you don't have the link to get into that, let me give you the backdoor link. You could join letsgohelp2.co if you're not a member now and you don't want anything to do with Facebook. Then you could go to letsgohelp2 and the number 2.co, and you could join right there, $20, and apply and things like that. But if you're already a member on the Facebook, we have to give you a backdoor link, so you don't get charged when you try to get into Let's Go Help 2. So you can't go in the front door, you have to go in the back door, and we got that link. So go over to Facebook and get the backdoor link, and it's right there on top of the guides, Guides, and you'll see a link to get into Let's Go Help 2. And you want to get into Let's Go Help 2 because that's where we do a lot of our training. Our training is there, and we have 3 or 4, probably about 3 now. I think every week we have 3 training sessions. One is a homework session where people get together, do homework together, and hey, what did you do, things like that. Another is the basic research and how to find grants, and that's live. These are all live sessions. Every week we have these. Bless her heart, Sabrina does these things, and it's very nice, I think, and so good for everybody. And they're every week. So there's, this is part of the personal help. We don't give personal help of me flying out and having dinner with you. So we do that we answer your questions, personal questions every day. And you can ask us 100 questions a day. We give you the email addresses and the websites of where the best places to apply for your situation. Now, what you have to do then, though, is follow up. That's the thing. A lot of people fall down because they're too busy or whatever. And that's what stops most people from getting what they need. You may get lucky, and it'll be easier just to get our links and fill out a application, but most likely that's not going to happen, and you have to know how to go into phase 2. And phase 2 is when you roll up your sleeve and get on that phone, man. And if you don't get on that phone, man, your chances just diminish a whole lot. And that's why you have to really work at this. If it doesn't come easy, okay, then you put it into second gear. If first gear doesn't work, you have to switch gears again to second gear. Then if second gear doesn't work, you have to switch gears and put it in the third gear. And if you're not willing to do that and you just want to wait for first gear stuff to come in, fine. I mean, or you have an easier place to get the money. But there's so much money given out, and the government itself is a little complicated to learn, and so that's why you have to put in the perseverance. You're going to get put on hold, you're going to get the runaround, and just plan for it. You know, that's all. So it takes you another couple hours. You know, what'd you do the last couple hours? I haven't applied, and I'm not stopping. Do you have anything? Well, don't only apply to ours. Ours is just a teaser to show you how get the big stuff. Anything that I'm missing from Ohio? Probably is. You know, start a new discussion and tell us what you want for Ohio, okay? What kind of things? Because I could send you 2 million websites, you know. Well, they're all the grants in Ohio. Yeah, well, that's not going to be helpful. So, you know, I got a notice here from Nicole Shaughnessy, and she's a member, and I just answered her just a few hours ago. Probably about 2. It took me 2 hours to get where I am now. She says, I wanted to thank you for all the help, and also to one of Matthew's videos. My gas got shut off because I don't have money to pay it in full. However, I have medical problems, so I was able to get a medical voucher, and they are turning it on right now. I'm also going to be applying for the November 1 heating assistance. This group is a huge help. See, that's the best we could do, boy. I think, yeah, we got to show you the places. You got to follow up, yeah, and apply. And if that doesn't work, then you have to ask people. You have to get on that phone and start talking. Here's another nice one I just got too. It says, thanks to one, I bought your program last Tuesday week. And as of today, in line of today, 11/24, one of the first to apply to the $20,000 in Alabama Revive grant money, thanks to my SBDC advisor. So we showed her how to get free consulting help, and that consulting help showed her how to get $20,000 grant. See, now because these grants change all the time, so a lot of this stuff, you know, you have to find people locally that know about this stuff. See, there's people locally almost on every subject that keep track of these things. They don't keep track of everything. That's why you have to call maybe a half a dozen of these people to find one that matches for you. and that's, you know, guesswork or just numbers work. You try and try and try and see what happens. And that's what happened. So and that was only the first of 84 pages of the 300 plus pages I have to go. So we send her a report showing her all these things, and that's what she did. Is already got 20,000. So if you get $1,000 from us or $20,000 from the government, we show you how to do. You know, getting it from the government is a little more complicated than us, and that's what we train you to do. That train you how to do that. And this is stuff you could use for the rest of your life. It's not just now how to use it. Once you learn that, you will see, okay, you need somebody passes away. Okay, now you know how to find burial assistance, you know, that you never heard of, or at least you know you may be able to get something like that. And then you put it in, you know, you start putting your skills to work and find that. This is it. He said, your work and contributions are priceless. Without you, we would never know. This is another one. It says, Dear Matthew, I have a friend in Defiance, Ohio, Defiance County, out of work since March 15th due to COVID. Looks like now they won't be reopening at all. Through your Ohio program and jobs report might help, and everything else you might feel is relevant. Already been searching for personal help with success and going to set up some alerts as well. Figured I'd ask because you generally have more than I find. Hope all is well. Still can't thank you enough for all you do for so many of us. You're really a good dude. Well, that's nice to hear. Just want you to know how much you are respected and truly appreciated. Your work and contributions are priceless. Without you, we would have never even known. And that's what it is. It's all about education. All I see myself as I'm not a consultant that's going to apply and wipe your nose and all that. No, it's education. And we're here to educate you about where the stuff is, how to use it, what to do, and all that. It's a do-it-yourself thing because it gives you the power. You know, it's like teaching you to fish instead of just giving you a fish. And that, to me, is for you to become more resilient in this, world we live in. I have a 501c3 nonprofit here in the state of Florida. Has been established for 30 years by my father. Now I can get utilized to receive donations. Yes, okay. The best place, if you're a nonprofit organization, you're what's called community navigators. If you go to SBA.org, .gov, SBA.gov, and search community navigators, then you have nonprofit organizations that get grants to help your nonprofit survive, survive, whatever. We also have, if you remember, ask for a special report I have of like 15 of the best places for nonprofits to get grants. Because there's special places, like if you're trying to help the community where you live, then your county government has something called a community development block grant, that they give grants to nonprofits to help people in the community. So maybe you wanted to help single moms or seniors or something like that. They have grants there, and that's what they're for, just for nonprofits. There's some for profits, some for nonprofits. So you have to, and if you're not a nonprofit yet, but you want to do that kind of work, don't become a nonprofit and then look for the money. Go look for the money first and then decide if you want to do that, because you may not have to. There are money programs to do that kind of work without that. Or you could use crowdfunding and other ways to do that. And we show you all those sources. Former foster kids. Yeah, I mean, that's good work to work on. So you want to go to your community development block grant people in your county and see what they have. I like to find grants for non-resident parents. That's okay, a lot of money. Actually, there's a lot of grant money now that's set aside because if you're a non-resident, you can't get the stimulus package, so they have other programs, to give out grants for people who weren't eligible for the stimulus grants. And that's at the local level. That's not usually federal level, that's local level. So that's why you have to go to things like what's going on? Things like your elected officials to find out what's that. Call your mayor. A lot of the mayors are doing that because they just don't want people to struggle in their city if they have papers or not. So it's cheaper to give them money than for them to go and cause crime probably. Hey, Mr. Willis, I'm just starting out with you. I hope to be a future. Thanks. Yeah, well, if you want, what happened? I changed that. There we go. Over here, letsgohelp.com. You want to apply to our $40,000 grant. I can't believe we're giving that money out. And it's almost everything and everything. Yes, that's right. And it takes work on your part. And that's what we do. We do the training thing. We just don't go throw you the wolves. We have these three times a week. We're giving, live video training. You can ask us 100 questions a day if you like. You don't get what you want, ask again. Because it's all about brainstorming. Your first idea may not work. Then you're like an inventor, So if you invented the light bulb, like who's that guy? Tom Edison, is that his name in New Jersey? I think he was from New Jersey. He did a different thing, 1,000 different things, before he got it right. So that's why if you want to start a new business or something, you may have to try a dozen different things to get it right. So it's always, so you have to, okay, what else can I have? If this doesn't work, what else can I do? And if you're not prepared to do that, your chance of successes get very slim because we're not smart enough to know out of the gate what's the best thing to do. I know I'm not. I've written 40 books and only 10 made money. and I think I'm a genius. I know I'm wrong, God, 80, 90% of the time. So, I said 40 books. I really wrote 100 books, and that's right. I know I had 10 made money. I'm also looking for researchers. What is that? Resources for elderly, especially those assisted living facility. Robert, here's a good place to start to find out what is just available for seniors. The problem is, see, what seniors could use now are for everybody. You know, seniors need to pay rent. There's lots of things like that. Seniors may, have a legal problem. There's lots of stuff for that. But a good place to start, at least just for the seniors, but I say that because I don't want you to stop when you do this source. And that's the only thing. You cannot stop, okay? That's the key. You cannot stop. So you go to search this, Area Office on Aging for whatever county you're in. So you live in Montgomery County, Maryland, you put Montgomery County, Maryland, Area Office on Aging. They'll have an 800 number, a local number, call, say, hey, my grandmother's in a nursing home. I want to make sure she's getting all the benefits she can, or she needs help with prescription drugs, whatever it is. She has a legal problem with her estate or whatever. She needs help with a reverse mortgage, don't know what to do. Her health insurance is all screwed up. All those things. Now there's 6 or 7 I just mentioned now. They're in business to help you solve the problems. They're getting grants. I'm getting your subscription. So you gotta pay me $20. You've already paid these people, so always use the free one first, and that's very important. And that's why I'm really surprised. Even everybody told me when I was talking to all these marketing hotshots that I couldn't make money at $20. I had to charge $200, $2,000, and I used to. I used to do this for Fortune 500 companies, and they pay that. They pay anything because these are millionaires who become billionaires, and they're no fun to work with, and they don't need the money. And I'd rather help people who really need it. It means a different. When you go to your local level, where and who should you start with? It depends all over. You don't know. You have to guess. But a good place to start on what you're looking for is go to 211.org and findhelp.org. Put in the keyword like you're looking for jobs, okay? They have databases. You can call 211 and that's okay, but that's not as good as doing it the way I think is best. Or you can call them first, see what they have, and they don't do anything. Then you have to do the real work. And that's getting a list of everybody in their database who helps people with jobs, okay? That's right. They're all getting money paid. They have to take your phone call. They may not, but they should. It's law. And they're there to help people who want to get a better job, whether it's training for a better job or whatever it is, and they're there. So you probably have dozens and dozens of people getting grants to help you get a job. So, and you don't even know what they have to offer. So that's why what you do is you call each one of those people and you say, hey, I need a better job. I'm not making enough money. Can you help me? Or can you suggest where to go to get help me do that? They're the best ones to ask, man. They know what's going on locally. A lot of the stuff is local. So they know, and they may say, oh, no, we could help you. Come on down. We'll train you for free to be a high-tech consultant. You don't need a degree, nothing. And in 6 months, you get a job at $55,000. That's right. I just wrote up that program. That's a local program for that. It's starting to pop up all around. And in 2 years, you're making $100 grand. That kind of stuff is there. But they're not going to come to you, and you're never going to find them in Google because they don't give Google money. You find people in Google from people who give Google money to find you, and that's what that is about. So these people will know that other stuff. So if that person says, no, we have nothing, I don't know, okay? So you call the next one. The next person says, no, not for us. But you ought to call Harry over there. He's got a little group that just started, has all this money he's trying to get rid of, and nobody's applying for it. So go over and see if you get some of that. And they know because they're doing that every day. And they're helping people every day. They're finding, hey, I just talked to a guy who graduated here and he was able to get $20,000 over here to do this and whatever. It's all about getting on the phone, talking, getting input, and not from Google. Input from Google is people who want to get your money. You don't want to give money to people. You don't have money. Yes, it's $20 a month. So you want to talk to people who don't have to live off your money. And they're there. See, we live in a country where we have lots of people doing that for free, but we don't know about them because they don't advertise, and we're a capitalist society and think we have to pay for everything. You do not. The rich people don't use it. They call me to get the free stuff. I want to teach you how to get the free stuff. you know, and to improve your life. It's all here for everybody. This is a so-called democracy. So whether you're Donald Trump, who made $1 zillion, his real estate business is all built on government programs. His first $1 million, you read his first book, his first $1 million deal was with a government property in Cincinnati, man. It's all government programs, you know. The people, you know, the millionaires become billionaires, and the other people think there's something wrong doing it. No, 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 it's here. You don't want to do it, fine. You find another way to do it, fine. And you know, nobody can tell somebody else how to run their life. You got to decide that yourself. I just want to help show you their options. Now, the options may not be easy. So if you have an easier way, okay. If you don't, you still have these other options, you know. $20 a month. I spent more on Cokes and candy. That's right. Right. And that's why I am so, the biggest surprise of my life has been, I'm so profitable. I can't believe it. We're so profitable. We're just a handful of people that we give out $40,000 a month. We already give out over $40,000. You know, we'll be giving out at least that much this year. You know, and that is just the biggest delight it's ever happened to me. It's better to me than being a New York Times bestseller, because I sold all those books, and people, I don't think they did anything because they had to read a book and figure it out. That's why this service is the best service I've ever had. I used to give you a book and you get this book and oh shit, you know, what do I do now? It's not easy just reading the book and trying to figure out how the government works. That's why we're here. We take you by the hand. You keep asking us questions. Hey, this didn't work, Lesko. What the hell could I do now? Okay, let's dream and figure out what to do next. I have some of your books. Oh, Reggie, yes. You're the one. And it is, and to see the gratitude, like the letters I just wrote, boy, I mean, I'm getting these every day. You know, and people saying, I've never had that kind of positive feedback, because it's really the better kind of help I could give. And that's because of technology. I did this kind of stuff, but I used to charge $2,000, you know, to rich people. Now I could do it for $20, you know, because of the technology. You're getting personal help like that, which is incredible to me. You know? And so that's why the people who make us profitable are going to get the profits back. You know, and that's why we give it to people, you know, who are members and are looking for help. And we go through, you know, maybe 1,000, 2,000 applications, and pick out 70 of the people who are going to get it. You know, and we just write checks, right? And we're writing checks for the last one, which ended October 4th. And if you applied last month or even a month before, check if you want or not, because we got a lot of money sitting around that people haven't applied. In 60 days we're just going to give it to somebody else. So make sure I need a new career. Mom who's says, well, go to Career One Stop, Robert. Don't wait. She needs meds and hearing aid. Oh, hearing aids now, or all that stuff should be way, you know, for meds, for hearing aids. Start with your if you're a member, we'll send you a whole list of all those places. But if you're not, go to your elder care locator, if you know, or your area office on aging, elder care locator, area office on aging. Also for meds, go to Needy, Needy, and then meds.org. Needy, Needy, then meds.org. Go there and look at their meds. They have a listing of all the free medical programs, medical that are available. How do you apply for the 40 grand? Well, it's for members. And there's a link right there on both Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help 2. Right on top, there's a link. If not, just put a question there. You got a few more days. We'll get you the application. But it should be right on top of the descriptions and the feature. Both websites have a feature section, okay, right on top. And there should be how to apply for the November 4th grant, okay? I guess November is the 11th month. That's why I got you. I need info for Michigan grants available for individuals. Yes, I mean we have every member could ask for a mini grant report for their state. We have 500 mini grants that are available in every state. We have all the sources for every state. So you just have to ask for your state and get that. And also ask for our Meta Grants Report. The Meta Grants Report is a report I work from that I constantly update and help of all the questions I get and where to get those answered. So it's sort of like getting my brain dump that every member could have for free. And see, I would have to do a book as big as, the Library of Congress or whatever for that. But see, what's neat about, I think, what I do versus anybody else is that I answer questions every day. So I have your mind in there. I don't have any of this government nonsense, I say, hey, here's where to get a house for $1, The government would call it the Urban Homesteading Act. The government is so good at putting things into jargon that doesn't make any sense and you don't think it's for you. What I do is take that and twist it and say, hey, here's what's in here for you. That is great. So if you want to fix your car, okay, here are the programs that get you free car repair, Here are the programs you have to use. And a lot of them won't say anything about fixing cars, but it's money you could use for fixing cars, see? Okay, I've seen so many ads and grants and government money. Most want your money to get everything. Of course. We all have to feed ourselves, Robert. I'm asking for money too, it's $20. But don't, just follow up on the stuff. I mean, I usually put the links I talk about in the description on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, and if you think we're screwed, I'll give you your money back. I don't care. There's more important things to do with $20. I'm not going to argue with you. There's too many more important things to do than to argue with anybody for $20. A lot of people to help, and I can't guarantee you get money. I mean, I have no control over whether you get money or not. That's between you and the government office, And it's like I just show you, hey, these like jobs. I can't guarantee you get a job. I just know these people are hiring, And there's no guarantees in life, so I can't guarantee about money. But I know there's people that are going to, even people that pretend they're me and they want to get $500 or $1,000 from you, and they sort of guarantee you get money. Nobody can guarantee you get money. So that's bullshit right away. We're going to send you to $20,000 if you send us this handling fee. That is just crap, I mean, I'm biased, so don't trust me in my word because I'm selling this and I've been studying this for 40 or 50 years now more. But I got the best there is for consumers. The only people who probably do it better than me, the people who work on grants for big nonprofit organizations. I don't do that. I could show you where it is and what to get done. But that's an art form, and that's probably where you need a grant writer. All of my stuff for individuals and small businesses, you don't need a grant writer. And that's why that's the only people I think are better than me. But what do I know? And that's important, I think. That you try yourself. You may get it, you may not. It's how much you want to put into it is the amount you're going to get out of it. You'll see, you'll start learning this, and it's a piece of the puzzle in life. The government represents 33% of everything in our economy. So if you ignore the government, you're missing a third of our economy. If all the fat cats use the hell out of this, man. Right now, companies don't even do marketing anymore. They know they could get a law changed to make a lot more money than they can selling something to the consumers. They just have a loss, a law change that makes people buy from them. That's easier than marketing and proving something is worthwhile to buy, right? Hi everyone I know, I just want to get my business going, and where do I get my local level for new business startup? Well, there's one easy place to start, but then that's just the beginning. You have to start digging around a lot of places to do that. And if you're a member, just tell me you want to start a business and where you live, and we'll give you there's people in your area that help you from cradle to grave to start or grow any kind of business. That's where you want to start. They're called community navigators and small business development centers. And you could go to, you don't need me, you could go to sba.gov, put in community navigators. Then you have to call those people, okay? That's a lot of people. Oh, I don't want to call anybody. Well, you don't want to call anybody, then nobody could help you. And you make an appointment to see them. And make an appointment. You got a 12 in your area, you make an appointment, well, all 12, see what they can do for you. It's simple math. Your chances are, who knows what they are, but you increase them every time you talk to somebody more. I'm going to John. Well, thank you, sweet pea. I think you already were a member. You sound very familiar, right? Regina? I have someone tell, oh, you want to help someone. That's it. On our $1,000 grant or $40,000 we're giving out, you could apply for somebody else you know, too. Doesn't have to be you. You don't have to get the money. You can give it to somebody else. And that's sort of cool. So you have a relative, a friend, a neighbor, or somebody on the street you've seen that could really use this money. Apply for them. Yeah, that's what I'm in Delaware. That's okay. What did Delaware? She wore a brand New Jersey. I followed you for a very long time. I've been around for a long time. I'm 79 years old. I've been doing this for, well, so 80, yeah, probably 50 years almost. And so I hope to do it maybe 10 or 15 more, I guess I got in me. If I don't get hit by a car on my 7-mile walk, I'm probably going to do 7. I usually do 6 or 7. Now it looks like I stretched it a little. And I always got to push, but I've been so busy socially. I turned into such a social butterfly. I used to never be social. My wife used to have to drag me to every party. I usually had fun when I got there, but I was just too interested in work. I'm with you. Well, it's fun to be here. I have something important to do. And the feedback has just been better than I've ever had in my life. I mean, before this, I had more nice feedback than I ever thought I would have. And now this is just incredible to me. And it's really because of you guys out there saying how much it helps you. Man, nothing is better than that. It's no fun to love anybody if they don't love you back. Yeah, that's no fun. And that's why I want to help as many people I can. But if it's not good for them, then I want to figure out what the heck is good for somebody else. A good lover doesn't have to be told what to do. That's one of my sayings. You have to intuitively know, and that's why you asking me questions is my marketing, because that's the way I can learn what problems people have and how I may be able to find information for them to help solve their problems. But if I don't know the problems, that's why I used to wear the question mark suits. I figured I could get an answer for anything. I just didn't know the questions to ask. And that was important. So what do you do with yourself, Karen? And that's why the feedback and doing this, like this. To do video before, when I was selling books, it cost me $100,000 or more to do this. And it'd be only for 2 minutes. Now I could sit here and broadcast what I've been on, 33 minutes already. Cost me nothing. I could get a used iPhone for $100. And I'm in business. See, it costs nothing to start a business nowadays. The only people make you think it costs something are the people have something to sell you, but you don't. The only thing you need for a business is a customer. And now you just need a product and a customer. If you don't know what the product is, that's it. You don't even have to. Even if you could sell a product you don't have, a real hard goods product, by using crowdfunding. You don't even need a product. And if it's a service, then you don't need anything. You don't even need a product. I'll do this for X amount of money. That's it. Now you have to go out and find a customer. So many people do everything else, get an LLC. I don't think you need an LLC. I don't think you need a company. I don't think you need nothing. But a customer, it doesn't matter. You don't have a customer, you're not in business. So don't waste time on anything else until you start learning how to get customers. Because if you do all the other stuff first, the accountants, the lawyers, and the LLC, you still don't have a customer, so you're still not in business. You just pissed away a lot of money without any revenue yet. So go out and get money first. You can always do the other stuff. That'll always be there to take your money. Restoring faith in humanity. Oh, humanity. What's that? Well, that's true, and that's why people are fun. People are nice. People are. The warmth you can get in society is really from people, not from crap we're told to buy. I think we're told to buy. We think we'll get worth out of it because we think we'll impress other people and they'll make them love us. No, it's kindness and helping others, man. That generates what you need for that. And that's why I'm just going to do that until I die. I have nothing better to do in life. If I have this skill that is worthwhile, I will spend as much my effort as I can for the rest of my life trying to use it to help people. What else is there better to do? What do I got? More question mark suits? I got a closet full, and I only live in a 500 square foot apartment, so I had to buy another apartment just for my closet. So I really don't need right now. Well, I am laid out. Are you doing surgery on my knee, left knee? I have lots of time to. Great. Well, not only do research, you could figure out something and go online and start doing work online and get paid. You can in the gig economy. Go to Indeed.com. Gig.Indeed.com. Start looking for gigs you could work at home on your computer, part-time, just to learn how to make money, bring in income. How can I get truck funding for my box truck business? Well, way to start is those free business consultants, okay? And I'll give you a list if you're a member. I'm a latecomer to the chat. Oh, you can watch it again. It'll all be here. And you go to sba.gov and put in community navigators. And all these nonprofit organizations where you live help you think through your problem and help you find money, whatever you need to do it. But when you call, don't ask for money, ask for help. I want to start my truck business or whatever it is, and I need help. That's all you say. You don't say you need money. That's going to push people off because that means you're a greedy bastard. Which you are, you think you need it. But there's more to it than that. You don't know enough. If you're just starting, you probably don't know enough to realize what's there and how to use it and the like. And these people will help you think through all that. You know, it's sort of, well, you got to get up and hit a baseball or something. No, you got to go and figure out what you really got to do and how to do that. So you get a chance of hitting it. And that's what that is. So it's important that you do that. I kind of always been a student of the system, figuring out the angles. Well, that's what it's about. And it's about trial and error. You try something, you see something. You call that number, didn't work. Oh, you call another one, didn't work. Okay, you call another one. You make 10 calls, what the hell? 10 calls is what? An hour? What'd you do the last hour? You probably spent the last, 5 months going around in circles on Google and getting nothing. Yeah. And so you make a few phone calls, talk to people who speak English and tell you you're stupid, don't do that. And you say, why? Because over here is much easier and better. You don't even know to ask. See, that's part of asking the questions. But you won't be able to ask the questions unless you have the heart that will keep you going till you get the right person to ask the right question. So that's why I'm believing in hearts now more than question marks. That's where it's at. Because if you don't have the heart, you're not going to last long enough to figure it out. It's complicated shit out there. It's not hard. It's just we come to the table not knowing enough to use it. So that's why you have to play around a little, learn how to use it so you can use it. And that's the important thing. What we have in mind is usually wrong. So to learn the right way, you're going to have to stumble a lot. It's like learning to walk. So you're going to fall on your ass 100 times before you learn how to use those little skinny legs of yours to keep you upright. Or learning a bicycle, right? You had to fall on your butt and come, anything you want to do new is going to be like that. And everything, no, I'll just get on the seat and ride away into the sunset with a pot of gold. Yeah, maybe that's happened somewhere, but it's not going to happen to you and me. Well, it never happened to me anyway. And that's what I believe. I'm just going to recap what you said. Oh, shit. Well, the basic thing I'm after here is that our grant ends for February 4th. If you want to apply to our grant, $40,000 that we give out every month. So you have 5 or 6 days to apply. You have to be a member, letsgohelp.com, to apply to that. But more importantly, we show you how to get $20,000 grant for the government. We show you thousands and millions of grants in the government, how to use them, where they are, and train you to do that. And that's what we do at letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelp.com has 2 platforms. The one on Facebook And when you join the one on Facebook, you also get access to letsgohelp2.co, but you don't want to go to there directly because it'll ask you for money. You go to Let's Go Help on Facebook and you get a backdoor access to Let's Go Help 2. If you don't want to be on Facebook, then you could join directly at letsgohelp2.co. Okay, .co, not .com. And you can get there and you can apply everything there and take grants. We give our video training there. The video training is free, and it's like 3 or 4 times a week now that we're doing this. There's more training for $20. Man, I remember watching your infomercials from my dad's house in the early, that's right, and in the 1990s too. I started selling this in the 1980s actually. My first business in Washington was in the 1970s. So I'm still doing the same thing. Finally getting good at this stuff. Yeah. and it's fun as hell. So it's letsgohelp.com. That's where to join. And you're able to apply to our $1,000 personal grant, which is the easiest personal grant in the whole world. All you have to do is say in one sentence what you would do with $1,000. And we show you how to get money for anything. And you can ask us 1,000 questions a day. And look in there, both sections, we have a lot of testimony, particularly in the Facebook. We got about 400 testimonials. People there show you how they got it, where they got it, how they got it, and everything. This is real stuff. It's not bullshit, but it takes work, and people aren't willing to work. They want it easy because the internet tells you it's easy, right? Because they're marketing to you. Can you repeat what I've called for help in my box truck with? Can you repeat what I have called? Oh, for doctor, I go to sba.gov and search community navigators. sba.gov and search community navigators, okay? And start there. Now they may work, may not, and you call another one. You call a dozen until you get somebody to help you, or until you figure it out that what you're asking for is stupid, and they'll tell you why. I don't know the answers to everything. You have to figure out what's out there. You know, I mean, it's putting together a puzzle. Life is putting together a puzzle. If it was all like you want it to be, then that would be easy. But it probably isn't. So you have to figure out what's out there, how you could use it to make it before you do anything. And that's the important thing. But it's free. See, none of this will charge anything. You can do all that for free. Don't get caught up in paying lawyers, accountants, and consultants or whatever. No, unless you have a lot of money and they'll do what I'll tell you to do, and you could do it. And it's better for you to do it because it's sort of like the Chechens fighting their own war, right? And they're kicking the ass out of the Russians, who are all paid mercenaries, aren't they? Yeah. And they're fighting for their life, man. And that's why you want to get this stuff for your life and to get a little life. You're going to get it better than the $10,000 you'd even pay some consultant. May short circuit them. No. This is, you stay in there and learn how to do it. Yeah. And that's what it takes. And if your heart's in it, you'll stay. If your heart's not in it, and you're in there for the wrong reason, then probably may not get it as much, or whatever. I mean, I can't tell. I mean, I can't tell anybody how to live their life. I don't even know what the hell to do with my own life. So I know I have no right to tell anybody else how to live their life. But I know what worked for me, and doing this for 40 or 50 years, what seems to be the way this works. And you may be different, whatever. Yeah, God bless you. but it's better to get on your big boy pants and realize it's going to take some work to get this stuff done. I mean, now how long have you been screwing around trying to fix it? Yeah. How do I apply for a $1,000 personal grant? You have to be a member. letsgohelp.com. And you just fill out the form we have there. It asks you for your email address and one sentence on what you would do with $1,000. Simple. Bim, bam, thank you, man. It's on both the platforms, Let's Go Help on Facebook and Let's Go Help 2. And there's a link there to the application. It's simple. And then what you have to do is tell us what you want, what you're trying to do. Ask another question on the platforms so we could get government sources to solve that problem, okay? That's what we really do, and that's what we're really about is finding you government programs to solve your problem. Yeah, and they're there. They're going to take some work on your part, but they're there. What if we don't have a Facebook? Then you go join on letsgohelp.co. Letsgohelp.co. You shortchange Facebook. Everything on Facebook is also there, and you'll be a happy camper. We got started on Facebook, so we have so much there, but we've copied almost everything, and it's easier to use. Letsgohelp2.co is an easier platform. Eventually, I think we'll all be over there, but it's hard to change people sometimes. So you'll be ahead of the game. I want to become a member today. Letsgohelp2.co, and that shortchanges Facebook. And if you're worried you're missing in Facebook, we'll give you a free link to get into Facebook. Okay, so you can join Facebook for free if you pay to be in letsgohelp2.co. How's that? Which reminds me, I should put that in the description here, but well, I'll do that after maybe. How to become a member. Okay, now I didn't exercise yesterday and I feel like a fat old man, so I got some more exercising to do and going into, hi, you bet, somebody wants to take a picture. All right, see.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from around here. How are you?
Good, hi.
Hi. We've read your books. We have.
Oh, really? Oh, you're the
yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Well, thanks for
you.
saying
stuff.
something. Great,
All
thank
right,
you.
Take care. Have a good one.
All right, right.
Thank you.
Now, the nice thing about dressing like this is that people smile. I mean, I mean, this is me inside, so if you like this, I know I'm going to like you. If I work in a blue suit or something like that, that's not me inside, and I'm really somebody else. You can pay monthly, quarterly, or career. Yes, on not on letsgohelp2.co, but on letsgohelp.com, we have that. We're not sophisticated enough on Let's Go Help 2, so it's $20. I guess we could switch somewhere sometime. I don't know. Can you tell us, please, your real email address? Well, everything is freeletsgo@gmail.com. Yeah, because there's a free, no, not free Let's Go. Let's Go Help at gmail.com. We're just trying to get that. I have a few others that I've been using. I'm trying to get boiled down because a lot of people are pretending they're me with other email addresses that sort of sound like mine. But Let's Go Help at gmail.com is my only one now, and that's important. Karen, yeah, you've been around for it. Email me, let me know. And so Let's Go Help at gmail.com. Okay, everything there. And we even have a new phone number we're going to use too for people to get us. But it's not a phone number like people are going to answer the phone. It's really going to go to voicemail and text mail to answer an email. And then if we have to call you back or something, we could do it another way. It's just hard. I mean, manning phones live is just too expensive nowadays. Real estate. Well, how about unreal estate? You're a legend. Ran into you earlier, made my day, sir. Electro Bilbo. Where? You ran into me? You in Washington somewhere, Electro? So let me go and exercise. I want to go to the gym a little bit, stretch some of these muscles that don't get stretched sometimes. Boy, it's hard to keep this. See, like here, sitting down when you get old, it's hard to shift gears. Like sitting down, okay, I get rest for everything. Now to get up, like getting into another gear, oh man. And then once I get up and going for a while, then it's okay. Took a selfie with you earlier. Today? Like, oh, up at DuPont Circle? Was that you? That's cool. So now get up, start walking, get those bones working. And so it's, shifting gears is hard. Once I start going, then it's fine. But getting and shifting gears is a little bit. So don't forget, you have a couple more days to apply to our grant, our $40,000 And so about 70 people will get that. If you don't make it this time, you'll get it again. We'll have another one for December, and so on. Like I say, this year we'll give out $40,000. I mean $400,000 or more. And we did that. I think we've been doing this about a year and 3-4 months or something like that already. And I can't believe it's still going out. The website is not updated. I clicked on the payments 3 times. It didn't. Which website? Let'sGoHelp.com or Let'sGoHelp2.co. 2 is the number 2. What one is not? I mean, that's a little disturbing if something's not working. But Let'sGoHelp.com is the main website, for doing that. And that's where we have all the different programs, okay? So talk to you soon, guys. Thank you again for your kind words, and I really appreciate that. I know it could go away any moment, any day, and so every day that happens to me, I'm very appreciative. Yeah. Must be an old ma. Yes, I am. And this is not a scam. I am a member. I have been one for 2 months. Yeah. No, but a lot of people see, that's what we don't like about Facebook, because people are sneaking into Facebook and saying they're me and then getting money from members, and that's just terrible. I appreciate time and effort, so thanks, Christy. Welcome. Okay, see you guys.